Alright, a bit of a late start today. Motivation's been a little low lately, and also a lot of household stuff going on around here. Kind of weird to be streaming talking about, I don't know, senile retirement home sex with someone doing plumbing in my kitchen 30 feet away. So, alright, so we'll get some in. But seriously, I gotta finish this game, like, within a week. What is Starfield? It's number 6th? I don't think that obviously if you're some sort of like hype dude and like a figure who gets early access and all these things, that's fine. One, I kind of learned a lesson. Baldur's Gate 3 day one of like feels kind of pointless. A lot of enthusiasm for the game, but it tends to be pretty top heavy. And also early access deluxe edition that gives you 5 days of early access and locks you in for the DLC for $130 Canadian. That like ethically I oppose. So it would be very, very few games that I would be like, let me get. I don't know. That is just like that's not the kind of incentive. That's like a Blizzard-esque incentive structure. Now that's all. I don't know. It's all the same fucking umbrella now with Activision and Microsoft, etc. But I don't agree with that. I think that's messed up. So, what's wrong, kitty? What? Hanging up at the cellar door. Also, there's a new stuff going on in that cellar. Anyway, yeah, I don't agree with that. So, I'll try to wrap this up by September 6th. 7 days I can do that. I don't have anywhere to go or anything to do. Nowhere to go this weekend or anything. Not even really starting to go to the gym till tomorrow. This has affected me once or twice. Hide to reduce noise. I've been hurt at least twice unlocking hatches or boxes. This is quite a loading screen. Am I locked in this forever? Chickadees are back at the bird feeder. Another beautiful day. Got a lot of sunlight today. All that gravel I put into the canal down my driveway. It's been raining. Today's Thursday. It was raining overnight Tuesday and then most of yesterday. Just disaster. It went so badly. It's all that stuff is gone now. All like like a third of the gulch is basically back. Who are these guys? So I'm gonna have to do something else. I'm probably gonna do another load of that. Like a more thick gravel. Jezzy tops.
Whoa, whoa, mate. This is the last place you need to be. Clear off, yeah?
If you don't want to be a beam like this guy. Why can't I be here? Who am I talking to?
Guild business.
Oh, we're onto the guild stuff. Stone-faced Dolly or whatever her name is. Littlefinger. Oh, look at this. It's just like there's just never a point of doing it. Who am I? Who is Little Guido? Who am I talking to? This guy? Big Guido? Low blank? Gala Meats?
Mate,
what is happening here?
Business isn't getting through that stone skull of yours.
I'm gonna buy some fish.
Swimming with the critters unless you skedaddle. The guild are due to pick up this shipment at any moment.
Alright. This is gonna be some sort of like 20 check. This fucking game, man. This whole charisma, not having charisma on your main character is just such a bummer.
You think I don't know a shakedown when
I just don't feel like doing this. It's just, it is actually starting to bother me. Like, there's a ton of checks that are only charisma you get constantly with your main character. And it's like, why am I going to do this? Past Act 3 with no buffs and charisma not being like a functional combat stat. It's like, oh, what am I doing this for? There's so many things you can't engage with unless you want to do some unlikely roll. All these things. It's starting to be a little bit annoying. I mean, so what do? You kill everything or you avoid content? That's your options. Unless you choose some sort of high charisma character. And then you have a gimped fighter in your party. I mean, it's not like combat's too hard in this game. So you could do that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Chickadees in the tree, the cat just like whining by the door. Just like constantly just charisma checks that you know you will fail with no benefits or bonuses. But how do you know that if you don't rigorously know the 5e rules and D&D rules or have played the game before? If you're playing for the first time, like, oh, cool, I'll play the character I like. Here's your pre-med stats. You have like a charisma of like 12, let's say. And then just the entire game you're set up for like, if you don't have a cleric's guidance, which I think probably everyone has between the paladin and cleric, the whole game you're like, okay, well, I hope I get this check. And when you fail, you fight them. So it's just unsatisfying. Deception, intimidation, they're all the same check. Alright.
Let's be on my way.
So I can go over there. Let's do that. A shark drying rack. That's intense.
Whoa, whoa, mate. This is the last place you need to be. Best I...
I'm trying to get this ladder. Fuck off. Alright. Alright. Is this the best way across here? I mean, better these guys than the Steel Watch. Why am I fighting these, like, lobies? These guys are level 5s, and it's still a 15 difficulty check? I don't think it would be the worst thing ever if you could, it'd be more easy to switch cantrips. I don't know. If you can switch spells, why not switch cantrips? Is that good? These guys are like worthless.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Get on my feet.
The cat's mewling plaintively. What a worthless fight. Okay, where's the shipment? This is drugs. These drugs? Over here. Vernal Iron. Care of many targets. Care of Mater. Holy Water. Alchemist Fire. Acid Vial. Cool, cool. Arbor Crate Key. That guy's got a great club. 530 bucks. Nice. Arbor Crate Key. Arbor Crate Key. Which of these is locked? Okay. Okay, none of these seem locked. Alright, well, I'm out of here. Maybe someday I'll find it. Who are these folks? Métis Tall Hamper. Do you guys see that? No, nothing.
Look for striped sails, they said. Every other ship's got stripes on its sails. Like asking us to look for a fish with a tail.
What is my cat doing out there? Dollivar Newt?
It ain't bad, Jeans. It's too many years of salt in the eyes. Can't see further than a god can shit.
Person got a very cool face. What's this? Sacred Shark Recipes. It is now and ever a virtue to consume of the sea that which consumes in the sea. Shark, barracuda, moray, eel, and kuatoa, all are blessed with a sea queen to feed her faithful and blessed. Find below, organized by primary ingredient, a variety of simple but refreshing recipes to be eaten on any of her holy days and beyond. Okay? Sailor's chest. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Crabs? Hold on.
Just out of view.
Locked. Rip. Alright, who are these people? There's a steel watcher there. Ooh. Oh.
If not over, then through.
He didn't see me, did he? Pile of rotten fish. Wooden trunk. Wooden rotten barrel. Hmm? What's going on in this pile of rotten fish? A constitution check, eh? Jesus Christ. These rolls have just like been totally cursed. I can only switch when I get a 1 though. Do I get poisoned?
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
+3. 10. Should be good. Yeah, this is just my day.
What am I to do?
Trying to remember that misfortune is funny. I don't always remember that. So I want to Gale, my lowest constitution member, to click this pile of rotten fish, and then if I can't, then I guess I just don't get to experience this thing. There you go, Gale. He's +2, interesting.
No. I'll have to try again later.
Okay, what's in here? Key to buried treasure. Map to buried treasure. 14 gold. And then that. Yeah, I had a bunch of people. I had like a tradesman at the house today. So I just kind of had to be kind of around doing stuff. How are you doing? Listen up, son. Like I always said, if you never buy new clothes and eat only from the fish you catch, over time you can save an amazing amount of money. You laughed at me and ran off to find a job working at the Wide in the upper city, but I was right. Now that I'm dying, I'll prove it to you. This map shows you where I buried my savings, and the key will open the chest. Papa Fins. Okay, duly noted. I don't want to take this money. I want to give it to the kid.
Alright, what now?
Okay, I have to use a short rest here. Yeah. Nice. Where'd you get it delivered from? Citizens here.
Don't waste a step.
Who are these dudes? Cadogan, Listless, and Bosun Charlie. Nice,
My
nice.
last decent mate joined the Flaming Fists. Now I'm stuck with these two loves.
What did you buy? Is it Star Wars?
Blasted. This cargo's heavy as lead. And I've got lumbago issues.
Lumbago? It looks like Timothy Chalamet, but ugly and unkempt. Which one did you get?
Doctor under one of those cranes.
Same face as that other guy's got.
Lifting.
Alright, so. Gratz and Darvis. Let's take a look here. Where is this thing? Here's the prison. What's that over here? Another person who's... That's sick, man. We've talked about this before, but how did you rate the movies again? What was your favorite of the newest trilogy?
Bit busy, mate. We need to get these cleared before the next shipment arrives.
Okay, gotcha.
Please. I need to get this done.
No problem, Darvis. Okay, this door's locked, so we gotta go around the back. I mean, I could jump on the roof. Let's find out. It feels like the girl who played Rey as the fire resistance, the invisibility, executioner, bunch of pigeons. It feels like the girl who played Rey had the smallest career since the Like John Boyega you see around once in a while. You can jump down here. How do I get here? What's all this? This is cool. These guys will see me if I break this and open. So what I'll do is I'm going to separate.
No one's stopped me yet.
And then see if there's anything in these crates. Yeah. And obviously Adam Driver was already like a beast. Feels like she's probably benefited the least. Any loose planks? Anything up here? Looks like nay nay. So we're gonna drop down here. What building is this? Not sure. I have to figure it out later. I saw John Boyega like narrating something recently. It's like some documentary or something. Ooh, a 7. Getting owned. Is that my last thieves tool? So I can't do this now? No thieves tools available. Okay, let's try to find a key. I can't believe I wasted all those thieves tools at one place. Just so like I was just kind of chatting. Key for this one? No. Is there anybody out here? No. Need a key. Metal trunk. Glass chalice. Nothing else here. I can jump to that boat, maybe. Oh, steel watch over there. So there's something nefarious going on over there. How do these levers work? Like, how do I get rid of this thing? Crane hook. There's no real lever or anything. Oh, what's this? This doesn't work? Oh, alright. So we gotta find another way in. I've watched none of the shows. I don't know. Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. And the original series. I didn't like the middle. I didn't really like the middle of the second pair of sequels. Overall. All right. Well, great. That was my only thieves tool. Sick. Okay. That's my Giga Jump. Is it still? How good is it now? Dead fish everywhere. They might fall. No, I made it. Okay. Who are we fighting? Who are these guys? Okay, maybe these guys... Maybe this glitch will let us out.
Over there.
Survival is all that matters.
If we go over here, maybe we can lead them over here.
Talk to me.
So you don't like the older ones, huh? Too much before your time, do you think?
Step to it.
The reason I like them is that they're not primarily done or at all really done with computer animation because of the time. So they like use special effects in like a really entertaining, like really great way. Those are the parts about it that I like the most. Had like a like a heart to it. You know what I mean? There's a guy named Jim Henson. He invented the Muppets, and he did a lot of work on Star Wars. And so he was one of those like puppet visual effects guys before special effects got really big. And there's so many cool ways that like in the 70s and 80s people would use like models and stuff. If you watch videos for how they made like the original Blade Runner and stuff like that with like miniatures filmed in such a way that they seemed huge and all those ways. I really just feel like I don't know. There's something, even if it's some people would think it looks more scuffed, but there's something that feels more real than just like computer animation. Computer animation always just feels to me like a little bit you can just make anything, so what's so special about it? There's not like the same kind of inventiveness of having like animatronic monsters and like true kind of machine things. And so there's just something missing, I think. Yeah, you don't like what went down? What do you mean? I think it's crazy that the Emperor was so young in the first one, like in the first set of movies, that he could be in all the other ones later. Like it's like 20 years later, and you get to play the Emperor again. You just kind of assume someone who looks that haggard and that fucked up would be dead in the second movie, in the second set of movies. Yeah. Can these guys not get out of there? This is a really stupid battle.
In position.
Watching the later movies, especially the third trilogy, I just really see that the company was very careful to make it such that the newest trilogy really reminded people of the old one. It's in many ways a tribute. It plays it very safe and doesn't really do anything terribly different from the original trilogy. It was trying not to depart too much from it while kind of modernizing it a little bit. That's one of the biggest things that struck me about the most recent trilogy. Just like any sort of remake, they're just trying to like they're just trying to redo the old stuff in a way that's like with a little bit more of like a modern, with a little bit more of a modern feeling. That's how it felt to me.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Okay, I might just reset. This is like another shitty Act 3 bug of this battle starting off.
These boots have seen everything.
Got to press on.
Creator, destroy, step by step.
Yeah, alright. This is the point. This is pointless. We're like stuck in a battle. And I have to go to shop to get all my thieves' tools back again. It really just did feel like the most recent trilogy. That's actually the part of like the most jaded part of it for me, or the most like jading part of it for the who's me is them just like basically how much they're informed by the first trilogy. I guess it's understandable. It's like a big safe thing, but the original Star Wars is sick. The original Star Wars is sick because like it would be on TV all the time, so it would just always be around. It became like this huge thing. Toys everywhere. It had like merchandise. It had like successful merchandising for like 2 decades after it came out. Pretty sick. It's also interesting how Luke Skywalker and Rey both basically play the same role in both of them, and are also the ones who had the least amount of a career afterwards. Mark Hamill did the Joker in the Batman cartoon show, but Mark Hamill didn't have much of a career. I just watched a movie recently called The Big Red One, which was like a World War II war movie, and he plays that, but he's like just one of the actors in it. He plays the coward. Why would you ever play the coward if you're trying to like get a big movie career? It just like doesn't work for you. That's a hard thing about being a lead actor, is that you have to pick roles and make you look cool without being boring. Anyway, yeah, same with Rey and Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill and whatever that girl's name is, Ridley, Daisy Ridley. Yeah, they did the least career, but had like one of the most central roles. Ending for Luke in movie 8. Yeah, that movie didn't really. I didn't really vibe with that movie. It's one of those movies where it's kind of like a hipster take to say that it was actually pretty good, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it was doing anything for me while I was watching it. That's all you can really hope for.
Swift as my feet can carry
Okay, we'll go this way. But it wasn't really him or something. I don't know. Yeah, that movie. That movie didn't really do it for me. Okay, so if I want to go to the harbor, I have to go all the way around this way. This whole Steel Watch Foundry thing has been like a big momentum drop, generally. I wonder if I can go around this.
Halt.
There we go. Okay, I forgot to short rest this time. But whatever, should be fine. I'm gonna take the monk out for these two. Okay. Maybe I should play Starfield. I'm feeling a little bit fatigued. Maybe just take me a little bit to warm up. Okay, one down. We'll take these two out.
Made me your enemy.
Flap. What kind of passive do I got? Using Radiant? Let's use Psych. No, let's use Radiant for because I have to fight the other guy. It's not really early access. It's like people who spend 130 Canadian for the deluxe edition get it 5 days early. So it's not like it's in beta. You know what I mean? It just means that it just means that people get it 5 days early if they prepay for the DLC and spend extra, which I think is generally a little bit fucked up. It's kind of one of the reasons. That's why I want to finish this game. But yeah, it's getting a lot of viewership today. And reviews are like pretty good. But the thing with games like that is that they last forever. Like, people are gonna play Starfield for like years. Gale's back down. Make sure the video thing didn't... Go back on medium. Okay, so one's down.
Life comes easy these days.
Clap. I feel like that stuff's doing extra damage lately. Alright, so... I gotta get him up again. Okay. I'm gonna use Misty Step. Get out of here. Don't run away. It's a little worrying that we're maimed here. Sure, man. We gotta hit this guy out. What happened here? We missed? That doesn't happen. Take this boy out.
Fall by my hand.
And hit him. So, Sacred Flame, 12%, 55. Very weak damage though. End turn. Can't reach him. What's this? Bolt of Celestial Light. This is a weapon action. Interesting. Such a good bow. Legacy of Avernus, Branding Smite. Can't reach, so just shoot him. Seven damage, but underwhelming. Alright, big guy. Do you have any spells left? No, we're light as a feather. That's actually a lot. He gets one more turn to wreck my ass. Okay, this is really gonna take me out. Alright, just use your turn to take him out and then run away. Or to miss everything.
On my way.
Immobile, maimed. So I can't push him back. All I can really do is keep healing. Nice.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
Please just get to the detonate threshold. No? Alright.
One can't always be a gentleman.
So he's gonna blow up immediately? Yeah. Interesting. You really have to plan when you hit him.
What a charmer.
Okay.
Where to?
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay. So no one cared about that. That's good. So there's a lot of nice stuff here. For now, we just gotta get out of here. And just move on to this whole period. This guy. There's so much stuff I want to check out here. Gotta watch out for the steel watch. Ooh, what's this? That's the mermaid's place? Gotta get around the steel watch. Then I basically have to like... Blushing mermaid. Well, one thing I could do is try to find more thieves' tools. This is really cool.
Halt,
Where are you?
villain. In the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
Who am I fighting? This guy? How can he possibly see me?
I've got it.
Marvelous. Let's go get him. You gonna jump up here? That big guy? They have very limited action abilities. Okay. Okay, I'm glad I used a short rest when I did. Any chance I can push this guy? He's like, no? What was a bonus action? Yeah. Good damage, good damage. Go cut these dudes off. The monk does feel very powerful now. I do really prefer this method. Alright, get this guy's face. I think it's resistant to piercing, isn't it? Yeah, it's especially resistant to piercing, so her spear is not the best thing ever. He's also very weak currently. Just fighting on the streets at all times. We'll get some. Geez, no more berserker shots left. What happened there? Come get some. I gotta move. I gotta stop moving together. Oh, that works.
I need your help.
Having like a double melee setup where they both have Sentinel has a lot of advantage of it. You get a lot of free damage over the course of the game with that. She down? Alright. Stunning strike, unarmed. Mr. CC chain. Clap. He's just killing these. I think these guys are little lobies, to be fair. 2 damage. Nice. Alright. She's up. She's unprone. Named as always. Can I jump? No. I shove him. Nothing to really do here. Oh, you got level 12 there? Karlach is always a little bit ahead. She gets a little better. She gets a little better inspiration than the rest of us do. Counterattack? Okay. Alright. Who's down and who am I fighting? This game sucks. Okay, I don't know. Karlach must got absolutely destroyed there, or I didn't see her health. We got some stuff to do here. Alright, so key resonation punch. Key resonation punch. Key resonation punch, bonus action. And then key resonation blast. Triple chain reaction. Oh my god. What a beast. Okay, so you get... Can you reach him with this? Target's out of sight. She's no real AoE, so there's not much point in doing anything different. Maybe I can throw a potion? You can only throw potions in your own inventory, and I've taken everything out of her inventory. Is that not correct? Yes, I can't throw a black pudding platter. She's not going to appreciate it. Wow, it's just more, huh? 4 to 9. Why so weak? Interesting. A lot of other benefits to this, though. So just to be clear, you can't throw this. Okay, so I think I can dash, and then use this one. What the fuck just happened? Oh, that was counterspelled. What a jerk. Okay, so I need to do some sort of fat AoE here. He has very few options available. But luckily I did get this one cantrip. Which of these guys took the least damage? The front guy, yeah. Alright. Wow. Double kill. So it looks like we're all level 12. Level 11 went by really, really quickly. It seems like Act 3 balance is a bit lacking. Maybe also because, like, since I so thoroughly did Act 1 and 2, that's the reason. Jesus Christ. Maybe that's the reason, is that things seem a little more balanced. They want people to be able to get through Act 3. But it hasn't been difficult.
Not going to last much longer.
Ready for another round?
Okay, that's her.
Got it.
Alright. Interesting that she has all these moves. So that means I can throw a potion if I have them. I think she might also not have potion. Okay, so I need to remember to redistribute all that stuff. These things are all interesting. These things are all... Is there a healing arrow? Alright. Okay, I don't see a healing arrow. I suppose it's understandable. What's that? Cloud strength? Alright, so to shoot the dudes down there.
Ready for this.
Good old guiding bolt. So I'm gonna do it on both so that maybe both get guiding bolt. Okay, never mind.
The last board is set.
Alright, so. He might be dead. Take one out. You try to kill him? How rude. Fully dead. That might be bad because I'm not sure how many more spells my girl has. Ooh, big jump.
Incoming. I'm ready.
Okay. So she does not have a level 3 spell.
For the ages.
I'm gonna have to use a potion. Hopefully there's not another fight after this. That is so much damage.
Say bye-bye.
We'll get her.
Let's get on with it.
Why don't I get my... May just
Okay.
get a tad malcontent.
So I have a Harlock, go grab that.
Not for communal use, it seems.
So I think I have a necklace. Why do everything seem so dark? Okay, so spell slot restoration.
Always shop.
Level 3, right? Revivifies level 3? Yeah. Okay. Must heal. Which one am I using? I'm using this one. It's my preferred one. Okay, so now we heal up. We need a second one. Yes. Alright, we're doing great. We're at a short rests. Okay, so can't loot these guys. People aren't gonna like it. Over here is that potion thing. Where's the rotten fish thing that I saw before? Over here, right? Who's this guy? Rox Flunter. Alright, another save. So I feel like the rotten fish where? Oh, it's down here, right? Cool. Oh wait, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What have we here?
Not for communal use, it seems.
It's just so annoying. Okay, so we're all up here. So which of us is looking? That person. Gale, illusion.
Despite everything.
Look. She's still staring right at us. Who is this lady?
If we don't deliver this Baldur ale to the Blushing Mermaid, the folk there are going to get ugly. Uglier.
Okay, so I need to raise this plank, so I need you to look away. Did I waste my illusion? No, you can just do this whenever.
Are those stripes? I see stripes.
Let's get going.
Okay, go over here and talk to her. There you go.
No time to rest.
And then who's also looking at you? So, Karlak, go talk to this guy.
What next?
Okay, Karlak,
Go.
batting.
Look for striped sails, they said. Every other ship's got stripes on its sails. Like asking us to look for a fish.
Where'd Cinna go? She's over here.
I'd better do the talking.
If we don't deliver this Baldur
We're in
ale to the
combat.
Blushing Mermaid, the folk there are going to
They
get
still don't
ugly.
let you do it the way you want to do it. Are we not in tournament? We were. Is tournament mode's end?
I'd love to, thanks.
I mean,
Would have helped if it at least told us which direction.
oh fuck, man.
It's clear not.
Run out of coin. Stay here a day longer than I have to.
Alright, whatever. Fuck this game. A loose plank on the ground. I can't click on. Alright, time to go through all these rolls. I'm gonna get it early this time. See?
That's not going to work.
What is it? What are you talking about? Okay. So now we gotta get into this place. Who are these dudes again?
Should have docked it under one of those.
Blasty. My last decent.
Okay. These people aren't real people, they're just refugees. So,
All imports and exports.
I mean, in my defense, it means they're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna care if I unlock this.
As decreed.
I take it into context, don't quote me on that. Does it save finish? Yeah, okay. This one's 20. I'm still gonna get it. Nope. I literally have to fucking save. I literally have to reload my save just to get this one thing done. Ooh, fuck me. Brutal. Isn't there a button now to clear up your old saves? I think might be time to do that. It's amazing how much that like Microsoft products like it's amazing how much that bloat there is in software updates. Like, I got a phone mostly for its pretty good memory and its very good battery life, and like over 2/3 of the phone at this point is just like Android trash. And this, this is my main operating system is on a 0.5 terabyte SSD. I've got other ones too, but my main hard drive is on. My main drive is a 0.5 terabyte SSD, 335 of which, no, 250 of which is like unusable stuff. Maybe that's normal. I don't know.
Flim cargo. All imports.
So it's like this game at 135, and the other thing is all but is 90% of my drive basically.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
It would be faster if I went over here and did this one. So who are these guys?
Bit busy.
Not a whole lot of content here. Refugee, blushing mermaids over there. I think what happened is I kind of messed up. Somehow destroying something, maybe involving the submersible. This whole stupid thing. I think I messed up somehow. And somehow destroyed the submersible that got you down to the ship. That got you down to the underwater prison. Now I can't do Guardian. Because she's not in range or something? Need you to be closer.
Have to keep going.
Look. This game's really frustrating me.
Time to push my luck again.
I can't lockpick?
Soldier.
Need to stay focused.
Witching hour.
See what they do. You jump down here. It always says prone, but it never is. Then that was my guidance. Oops.
Yes.
Where do I go from here? Victory is assured.
Okay, so now you use guidance on him. You open this door. This has to work. I really need this to work. This game. Why did I use all my thieves' tools on a box? Just got like the most unprecedented bad luck thing ever. And then blew my whole load of thieves' tools. Something super weird about those guys aggroing you from there. I'm just gonna spam this door.
All imports and exports duly handled in accordance with the Trades Act as decreed by the council.
It's kind of like in Hitman, how there's some people count as real people and some people don't, for like detecting you doing stuff. Like some people are just like, you can tell whether they have a highlight or not, whether they're gonna react. These guys are just like so traumatized from being refugees, I guess. They don't care. Alright. Am I gonna do the heal again? No, we're good. What's in here? The boys are in here. Can we see them? Are these the red caps they're talking about? Level 2 monstrosity. These are level 2s in here.
Watch this.
They're pretty tanky. 54 HP level 2s? Damn.
Onward.
Good job, good job. Took one out.
Push my luck again. You've made a grave mistake.
You made a grave mistake. Maybe I have. Perhaps I've made the grave mistake. Someone has made a mistake. I've done 16 damage. Alright, what do you got, pal? And for a Ray of Frost and whoever I can hit. I guess they're gonna come run down my Gale now. Yeah. Nope. guys are really strong for level 2s. Can you imagine I'm at level 12?
Where do I go from here?
Punch. Punch. Dead. Kick.
Your soul is in good hands.
Here comes the roundhouse kick.
No gloom, all doom.
I think Shocking Grasp still kind of... Jesus. I think Shocking Grasp still works as a cantrip. Just for having like a useful short range option.
Never a dull moment.
Okay, you should take this out. Okay.
Can't give up.
And we're back. What do these guys have? Warg Fangs. Why is that one different color? Did we burn it or something? I don't remember using any fire damage. Okay, so here we are. Guide to Taming Wargs. What's going on in this building? Wargs are smart, probably smarter than you. Never forget it. They'll hunt in packs, but only if they like each other. Best mix is some quiet types and other aggros. Keep each other calm-like. Never let them taste meat. You don't want them to go over all the time. People never ever. Don't play favorites. They're very sensitive. Don't talk about them in front of each other. They'll get embarrassed.
How far can I go?
Okay, what else is in here? Dead goblin. They changed the some of the type around that. There's like the font is different since the patch. I think it's to show who's equipping an item if you see it on the ground, etc. What's going on here? Is this where the... Okay. Over here. So did I just get completely baited? It says here, go to the prison. But there's nothing here. This is, I guess, where the prison is underwater. So there's no reason for me to go here. They said to check the docks. Okay. Phew, this is a big level, man. It's getting a little crazy. Alright, Karlach with your 7 health. For some reason, Karlach looks very dark. Why is that? Why is it darker for her than the other people?
Well, get in.
Here comes the Steel Watcher, watch out. Okay, right here on this very spot, it says this is where the prison is. Save the Gondians. Go to the prison. There's nothing here. This is just a useless house with nothing in it. What am I missing? Is there some perception check somewhere? Is this an elevator? Oh. If we all four of us fail this, there's a hatch under here. Okay, got it. Those they just use the center of the building. Okay, so I probably should not. Flynn Cargo's basement. All right, this is probably where I do my long rest. Broken cogwheels. So yeah, this is proving that it's the part that connects to that area. Okay, good. All right, not so bad. Hat. How's your eating lately, Kai? Like, do you make stuff for yourself, or do you and your mom eat together? I think she's a pretty busy schedule, right? But she's like a good cook, isn't she? Metal pipes, cogwheels, etc. Detention block. What's the pump room do?
Pipes and pumps. That must be how they keep this basement dry, though it's clearly
Detention block.
below harbour level.
Let's wait for this to save. Elfin wood souls, I know those by sight. So, alright, let's just clear this whole room then. What's in here? Nothing in here but a bucket. Machine parts, storage. What's in here? Skeleton with a negotiation. Antiope, received your note of demanding that I double the payment rate for your services as my Sahagwin Wrangler. While I appreciate candor of my direct reports, some of your remarks might be regarded as disrespect. I'm going to give you a chance to rethink your position. I'm sure if you think hard to come around to my way of thinking. Alright, so I'll kill you if you don't do what I say. Machine part storage, wooden barrel, rotten carrots, shit on the ground. Ooh, it's like a handsaw. It's seen some use. But I guess they're not in here. An Archduke's leadership surveillance. A greasy, smelly climb down. Okay. Manacle. Perception check? No. So I guess I'll check the machine parts room, and then I'll check these ladders. At least they had water, you know? Nothing in here. So what do I check first? A greasy, smelly climb down. The machine parts storage. I guess we check the ladder first. Probably a mistake. Probably getting into a fight. Never mind. Okay, what else do we have here? Wooden barrel. Okay. Oh, the wrinkle continues. Wooden box, metal trunk. Metal trunks tend to have stuff in it. These ones. I can't. So if the upper city is, from what I tell, supposed to be kind of like a final surge of the third act, I'm gonna have to choose a merchant before I do that. How do I get over there? How do I get over there? All right, whoever can jump, come on by. Gale made that? Really? Okay, nothing really here. Alright, so I'm gonna try to open that. I'm try to open that block. Gale can make that, but she can't, huh? What's happening in the world? Metal trunk, 4/4, medium toughness. I guess you just break that then, right?
Well.
7 HP in a dream. Go beat it up, Karlak. Only hits to do at least 22. So what is happening here that her screen is so dark? Okay, this is not going to work. Is it because she's got the brightness thing on her? Oh, that worked. Gold and aquatic labor. Nice. What's aquatic labor? Gold? It's aquatic labor. Prinsky, the prefabricated parts for our underwater facility delivered from the Gondian foundry look like they'll do the job of completing what I'm referred to as the Iron Throne. To assist in construction, I'm sending you Darkbreaker Antiope, a renegade Umberly mage who specializes in charming and controlling Sahuagin, and just that as easily your underwater labor problems are solved. So we're getting ourselves into a whole little thing here, aren't we? Yes, I believe we are. Yes, we are. Alright, let's check the machine parts room. Again. No, don't go there. No. I think it's because she's got the shiny bow. That's my suspicion. If I de-equip this,
my faith will guide me.
Hey, good looking.
Seek and you shall find me.
oh Gale, oh Gale, classic.
Quite ready for you.
Okay, let's do this a safe way. So he's somehow managed this jump. Shocking. He just jumps down. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna get into fights here, so I might as well Misty step down. Okay, go here, choose him, stand here.
Still alive.
This guy's thinking about it. Click the ladder.
The easy path.
Here. Unite the squad. Let's check out this room. Ooh, thieves' tools, my favorite. Can I get? Can be like a stack of 10? No. All right.
Soldier.
Infernal iron. I'm not sure what to do with all this. I know Damon says stuff that you can do stuff. But I'm just not sure what he gave me in my inventory when he did. G-Cube lube.
According to the label, this urn is filled with G-Cube lubricant. How many gelatinous cubes would have to be rendered down into slippery salve to fill an urn this size?
What the hell am I listening to?
Breathe deep and move.
Subaquatic dock. Alright, I know when I'm supposed to long rest, and this is where I'm supposed to long rest. I've been around the block a few times. This is really nice. The hanging colorful clothing on the lines. That whole look is very, very cool.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mazura's leash.
Yeah, what kind of things did I rot? What have I wrought over here?
Break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet.
Your own man now, Will.
I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here differently. I feel like I lost the chance of doing some sort of like dungeon crawl or something.
The moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me.
It's such a weird thing. Like one of those things where you just get told what happened. Father's not dead yet, Will. Maybe there's a way to save him.
I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the sticks down to the
Yeah, maybe so. I guess he's still alive. Cool.
to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise.
Let's talk to this devil woman beside you. What's our next step then?
We obtain the final 2 nether stones and take back our minds and the city from the brain.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait.
What is she doing here, by the way?
He gets into.
That's it then. Do Gravenguard's dead?
Well, not exactly, but it's only a matter of time.
Where is he?
Don't be too hard on Will. I'm sure he carefully weighed the pros.
You made me do the decision.
Pro, freedom. No more pact. No more hellbound soul. Con.
Oh my gosh, she's so horrible. She's gloating constantly, despite being not that strong.
And forever altering.
She's here because she's like scared, right?
I would have done the same thing in his shoes. But what do I know about heroes?
She's so smarmy. So why are you sticking around?
Just because he's not my pet doesn't mean he's not useful. The absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's children without getting scorched.
Could you do the scorching for me? Is that fine? No, sorry. You let Karlach alone. Don't you want her dead? What changed?
You are an inquisitive one.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe.
For the old battle axe. Who is Norm MacDonald?
That bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know.
Are there bigger cities like in the Hells or something? Probably, right?
Company.
Infinite lives in the afterlife?
When Zariel might change her mind.
Alright, alright.
My mistress can be so capricious.
She's like a sub-devil. What can you tell me about the Hells?
The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain. Each with its own archdevil to rule it.
Okay, I have to stop at 7, so it'll be about a 3-hour stream.
My home, Avernus. My mistress Zariel's realm. A torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx.
It's funny that they use the Styx for this. It's like one of the very few things that's Greek, right?
I adore it. The delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy.
You never told me how the Absolutists captured you.
Correct. I didn't.
Yeah, fair.
If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel. But those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced.
I got a sweet video today of my cat rolling around on the deck, baked in the sun.
Soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all.
I sent it to my friend. Sent it to a friend of mine and remarked how so jealous about how big of a yawn a cat can get. It's like, oh man, that's gotta feel good. A big full jaw clear. All right, Shadowheart's good. Everything's fine here. Nothing interesting. No new developments in the camp really. I wonder what the next skit brings. Backpack. What's in this one? Nothing? All right, end the day. The only thing I would do differently is I would maybe switch around I feel like, what do I have? Mage Hand?
All's well, I hope.
AoE Acid?
The obvious.
Yeah, everything's good. Not a whole lot going on here. So it doesn't say here how much we have, but we still have plenty. Alright, what's our skit today? Nothing. Not doing anything?
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If.
So what do these options mean? I want to talk about all that's happened to us.
Aside from the old fine, what's on your mind?
Shh, cringe ass questions. All right. Let's see what we got here. Level 4 guiding bolt. There's only the one guy, right? Guess I'll read his journal before I talk to him, you know. See if I really get to know what he's up to. Cupboard. Schematics for what? A schematic drawing of a metallic passenger submersible spans the many folding pages within this book. The bottom right of each page is watermarked with a representation of the Gondian House of Wonders. Okay. Redhammer's journal. Blast and curse that Gortash for making this job so juicy I couldn't turn it down. How could I refuse the opportunity to build the cap from those Gondian plans, making Redhammer's signature improvements as I went along? Of course. This is far worse than just a smuggling job. I suspect there's torture going on the throne, and I don't trust these Baneites as far as I can kick them. This is all going to end badly. I think I better complete that Clockwork Escape kayak pronto-like. Right? Clockwork Escape kayak, you say? Alright, I'm intrigued. Okay, anything over here? Any doors or anything? No. Metal trunks everywhere with very little in them. Rotten lemon. Locked metal trunk. Can you get over there? Sausage and cheese, I'll take that. Okay. Pal? What do you got here?
Oi! What's this? You ain't supposed to be down here, mate.
I know.
It matches the
Guilty as charged.
vehicle that brought the Gondian hostages into the Iron Throne.
That's submersible. Why is it here? What is this place?
The only port in this whole bleeding city that matters. Now, why are you here? Did Gortash send you?
I have questions. You have answers. My non-existent perception, my non-existent charisma. I have to bully him with Karlach. It's so fucking dumb, man. Like, what can you do besides these options? You just can only go through a charisma check here.
Uh-huh. Why don't you stop the bluster and tell me what you actually want?
Okay, Karlak.
Don't be shy.
I gotta fucking bully this guy.
Oi! What's the...
A submersible. It matches the description of the vehicle.
So now we get an advantage, right?
Hostages into the Iron Throne.
Jesus, look at this. Easy peasy.
Let me guess. This is about them humbly servants. You tell
The monocle nose ring combination, you don't see that very often.
right of way. He can't stop on a dime when they go darting in front of the prow.
What do you mean about Umberlee servants again, though? I know what this means. Who's cap? What goes on at this port? I know all these things.
Nothing without Lord Gortash's go-ahead. I'd transport whoever he needs taken to the Iron Throne. Prisoners, mostly. But that's his business.
That's just the place I need. What do you know?
You're testing me. All right. It's an underwater prison. Most secure in the realms. Myself and Cap are the only ones who can make it there in one piece. Lord Gortash keeps some Gondians there. Collateral to keep those working in the Steelwatch.
Okay, I need to get them.
Control.
I need to get there.
Do you now? Boss never sends anyone that away but prisoners.
Okay, I meant to go, trust me. $11 and $15 and $2, and there we go. Good old thaumaturgy, this shit's dank.
All right. Keep that mad dog stare to yourself. I'll take you in. But look, there's some bad shit going down in there. You don't want to get involved. Neither did I, but it was them or me. I'll get Cap warmed up. Get in when you're ready.
Okay.
Got it.
Alright, so he's in there. Time for my level up, I guess.
The gods are watching me.
It is very dark. Just a million things to loot with no use. They're consistent though. It'll just never be a. It'll like just never be a like. Oh, there's a random blue in here that you would miss otherwise. Check that. If you want to like make another like 50G per room with like UI inventory nightmares, you could do it. I had a funny feeling this would be an easy one. There's nothing in it. What is happening? Alright. So now we get to the fun time. A 13th key point come my way. Oh, it's a big moment. So it's a final feat, right?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
I need some water, hold on. I got kind of taken by surprise by the Hallmark coming today, but I forgot to ask him. I was thinking of like, even though it's not my house, I'm only renting, etc. But I was gonna ask him like what choices there are for like getting a filter put on the well water. I mean, I still use like a pretty good water filter, etc. But to have one on the actual line seems like something's good. Class features, another key point, and then a third feat. So look, you can do ability improvement again if you want. Because I know for sure I did that, because the only one I have checked here is mobile. So, I guess I can do Savage Attacker, or... This is very, very good for what it is, honestly. Just send him across the room to take on the big mages. Okay, so it's either Mage Slayer or use ability improvement a second time. There's not a whole lot of mages in the game. I could do more wisdom, or put dex up to 20. Mobile's generally the only one I really want. Or Savage Attacker. Savage Attacker, Mage Slayer, or do ability improvement again. What's this? This whole feat thing again. I was looking at a previous video, and I looked through the period where I was leveling up. I think it was to 8. I think it was like 35 or 40 minutes on this screen. Alright. Melee weapon attacks. So that might not work. So I either do ability improvement to make his dex 20, or I do Mage Slayer. The monk is already very, very, very like effective. You know what I mean? He's got most of the stuff, and he's got tons of immunities, huge mobility. I feel like this is less valuable than it is with heavy two-handed attacks. Because you're not really as much about, is this going to do 4, is this going to do 15? It's more about like, boom, extra damage radiant, extra damage wisdom, all these other things. So, I'm just going to do ability improvement, I guess. Boring.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
So it's just a new feat. There's no new spell slots. I could put her wisdom to 18. She is Shield Master and Sentinel currently. Alright, not much at this point. Her dexterity is very high. So I'm not sure. I wonder if I'll do anything good for any of these. Anything fun for any of these where there's just doing this. I have to re-equip her weapon. Class features another rage point. Nice. And then finally, So what does she have? Just Sentinel and ability improvement. Okay. So I either do mobile. This is too much mental burden to try to remember that. This I don't currently need because I have a halberd, but I don't expect her to always have a halberd. I'd just rather have 20 strength, honestly. It's kind of boring. This is sick. And it doesn't take a short rest, so I have a lot more mobility that way. 20 strength is nice though. But I think I use the potions to boost her strength anyway, so I'll use Charger. Right? Hold on, what do her potions do? Increase your strength 221, yeah. So it only increases by... So like I'll be using that a lot anyway. And then Gale's last one is what? He gets 2 spells, okay. Is there any more evocation spells? I thought I had that already. Wall of Ice and Globe Invulnerability. Prepare spells. I'm using slow, eh? Lightning Bolt, slow, counterspell, Cone of Cold, Wall of Fire, Fireball, Grant Flight, Autoluke's Freezing Spear, Sunbeam. Too many level 6 spells. Still use Blink? This one I don't use anymore. Wait, 20 level 6 spells. 4. Fireball is a 3. Do I still Fireball? Yeah. Almost no 2s. Is there any good 2s I'm missing? Really? Alright, cool. And then Final Feat, probably into 18. We have Warcaster. We have Elemental Adept. Oh, I can do this for a second element. Interesting. I think just raw int is too good not to do for him. And then I would even maybe consider taking away the Elemental Adept with a reroll and doing the Spell Striker so you have a better chance to crit. I almost never see spell crits. So, I don't know. Maybe that'll help. Anyway, cool. Well, I'm not going to save. Because maybe I'll regret some of those decisions. So what's the Iron Throne? Let's find out. I give it an hour to figure this out, and then I'll start making dinner. I'm doing it outside in the charcoal, so I don't want it to be too late that I start. It's getting kind of colder lately. Like it's the end. Today's the end of August, and the wind has a different feel to it now. I got a couple plants up there that don't get direct sunlight anymore. And one of them's looking pretty sad. Maybe I should put it on the windowsill or something. If not now, when? Sad little guy. Ooh, cinematic. Haven't seen one of these in a while. So I think I have to do this in order to shut down the Steel Watch, right? Look at this thing. Very sinuous. Very cool.
Aren't you the intrepid little adventurer? Digging and diving where you don't belong.
I'm here to rescue the hostages, Gortash. Fuck you, Gortash.
You've been spending too much time with young Karlak. It's affecting your manners and your intelligence. Your presence here is a threat to the survival of the hostages inside the Iron Throne. Dead, they're no use to me, so I keep them safe, after a fashion. I've prepared for this eventuality, and if you interfere, I will destroy the Iron Throne. Return to the docks, or the deaths of everyone inside will be on your conscience.
How many people are trapped within? How many lives will be lost?
What is this? Dock of the Iron Throne.
That was a mistake. When the corpses start to wash up on the shore, remember, you could have prevented all this.
He just did it? What is this? So let's find out if he's actually telling the truth here. Backpack, reminder to self. Steam methods in the starboard pressure tank are bred again. Now there are too many of the blasted things cooking away in there. I need to blow the valve to release 3 or 4 of the vapy bastards, but I can't loosen the exhaust bolt without a number 4 spanner and mine over the side when we hit that goddamn mermaid. Better see about getting another number 4 from Up and Wonders bloody soon, because if that tank blows while we're submerged, it'll be bye-bye Red Hammer, okay? Stained towel, dagger, backpack, hill hatch.
A cold, suckering wetness grasps at your mind.
This is the same automaton from before?
Voice, familiar to you from the Underdark, wraps itself around your brain.
You must act with haste. Duke Ravengard is held within these walls.
Nice.
He must be extracted.
I want to free the Gondian hostages. Who is this guy? I don't even know who this is. I want to free the Gondian hostages.
It's painful to say, but they cannot be your priority. Duke Ravengard must be saved. The city needs him.
Okay. I will save everyone, just tell me how. Here's some shit-ass fucking persuasion check that I can't check, because I can't do. There's no monk companion, but a monk as a main character sucks.
I too feel this choice's sorrow. But there are but a handful of hostages, and Ravengard's survival will save thousands. Duke Ravengard is held in the security wing. Be careful. There are many hazards. This structure is collapsing. Act with speed.
So this is like a prisoner dilemma thing? Good luck. Tells me nothing, except he's in the security wing. What? What? Escape to the submersible dock before the Iron Throne collapses. 5 turns remaining. What the fuck? 5 turns? Okay. I don't have enough movement to get to there. Because they make me walk around. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Who's first? Gale?
Dice roll in my favor.
Help Omelum escape. Gondian hostage. Gondian hostage. Duke Ravengard. Okay, well, this is a pickle. What does this book tell me? As the Seal Watch project approaches quota fulfillment and completion, preparation should be started for expected retooling of the Foundry and complete shutdown of the Iron Throne. Conversion of the Iron Throne from research facility to prison was hastily executed, and substantial material in the form of technical prototypes and experiment logs remain in the side chambers. Schedule a sweep to collect or dispose of this material to be completed by the end of the next 10 days. Shortly thereafter, the Gondian hostages will have reached the end of their usefulness, so prepare to dispose of them as well. Black Gauntlet Hans arrives. Okay. This is crazy. I'm not sure what that teaches me, but I will do it. Rogue Mind Flayer in the Tadpoling Lab. Gondian Guest in the Behavior Modification Lab. That's it. Okay, so he's out of turn. And turn. He still has this. So can I reach these guys with fly? No, I'm just using myself. This is melee? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Just be sure of that. Melee range. Okay, just fly yourself. Okay. Okay. So who's where again? So Duke Ravengard should be Karlach. How strong are these things? They're level 7, this is fine. Where's the lever? Here? Okay. So, that's her turn.
Still breathing, despite everything.
What's up here? This is a crazy thing. How do you do this differently? If I do have to, if I go back up, damn, this is crazy, man. Who's Omelum? I like literally have no memory who this is. He's in the southwest corner. Who is this guy? Okay.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Okay. So which way do I go? Up here is who? Gondian hostage. Gondian hostage, Gondian hostage. He's fine.
Another step forward.
Okay, that's as much as I can move, right?
Got to press on.
Okay, so what's the other direction? People's that way. Karlach is here. She has to go west. Okay, I'll get them on the way out. Hold on, there's also potions.
Still on my feet.
Double your movement speed. Drink.
Put 'em up.
Drink.
Allow me to demonstrate.
You can't. She can. Okay. Heat detector. Why do I have Hero's Feast? Those got prepped because I did get more spell slots. I just didn't know that I did. Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Well, so much for peace.
Okay, so I kind of ended my turns too early here. Just don't like maim me. So how long does the... So I should do this, I should make sure I do the speed boost. Okay, so I should have waited till you have two, I should have waited till you have 3, 4, you have to do it for the last, on your, you have to do it on turn 3, so you don't get hit by the lethargic. So maybe I fucked up, we'll find out. I'm just gonna try, this is gonna like, this is gonna take 1 or 2 attempts for sure, this is a whole crazy thing. We've so far taken 18 damage, we can deal with that. Okay, she's running. We gotta unlock those other dudes. Yeah, to the submersible. Alright. Ensnared. Like, this is crazy that they let this happen. That in here they do something. It's just so, like, that's so mean-spirited. Like, are you actually making guys in here when you have 5 turns to get out who can ensnare you? Oh, Thomas, so you can't ignore them. Fuck you. What can I do against this? That's so shitty, man. Hey, pal. Cures blinded, silenced, paralyzed, and poisoned. Simple toxin, suspicion. Scroll detect thoughts, basilisk oil. So the only thing I seem to have is the elixir of speed. Right? It's the only one of these things that might work. Where is that? So Shadowheart has an ability. Elixir of Guileful Movement. Where is that? So will this work? Okay, there you go. So I gotta get these guys out of here. There's Duke Ravengard. Yeah. Okay, open that. Who's in here? Open this. Someone in here? Dead civilian? So no one else in here, right? Can he move? Is he okay? Fiendish obeisance. It is. Sometimes you gotta go for the comfort. I wore it a couple of days ago. Big load of laundry coming tonight. It's been a gym shorts and t-shirt kind of day. A lot of sunshine, a lot of outdoor time. Fiendish obeisance. Must obey the commands of the fiend directly controlling it. But who is that? Oh, don't do that. That's not what I wanted you to do. So, none of these things seem to be that. You are for the absolute glory. What are your faves? What are your comfos? So no one else... Okay, I'm not sure what to do, but I guess I'm gonna run. I'm just gonna start running back now, I guess. Okay, and turn. So he's here. Okay, who do I get out? Help this Gondian. So he did use the potion at the beginning of this turn. Got it. Okay, she's good. So I have 4 more turns. So what's over here? Help the Amulium escape. Let's go find out what this guy's got going on. Run for your life. Let's find this guy. Okay, let's do 25. Yeah, what are your faves? This is like the thing I've tromped on about before, but double glass house doors. This is something I've kind of like carried on about before, but I'm all about trying to get back to like the wool and cotton. That's my next thing. Okay. So, in here are... She doesn't need to do this. She needs to open these ones here. Okay, there's 3 in here. You guys are clear? Good. Scrying eyes. So there's 3 over there too. So dash. Hope she can get back in time. I think I fucked up. I think I'm gonna have to do this again because the potion of speed is very, very critical, and I have a lot of them. But you have to. It's over here. But you have to do it when there's only 3 turns left because we're on a crazy countdown right now. This is like Deus Ex. So, freedom of movement. Everything's good. So, I can't reach this guy. I'm gonna use hold person. Because why not? And walk a little further. There you go. So, that's not bad for 2 turns. I'm not sure what Gale's gonna do. Oh, they just killed the Duke right then? Alright. So you gotta kill them for... No, that's not the Duke. That's just some random dude. This is a crazy fucking place. The fact that they're killing them and not me is a real bummer. Okay, what's over here? I'm sure there's something here if you want there to be. God, he's so useless. Okay, open these ones. You're fine. So back over here, open this one. Hopefully you don't get murdered. Oops, I forgot to fly. Anyway, whatever. Alright. How many of these... Are they going to kill the hostages? Okay, didn't kill the hostage successfully. It's good. Yeah, hit me. Hit me. That's fine. Oh, this is the Duke. Can he drink my potions? Nice. Okay, so we've lost one hostage so far. I did too. I made that choice, but now that I got down here to save all like those Gondian hostages, Duke Ravengard is here, and Will's alive. So I made the same choice you did, but I talked to the devil a little bit more. She's like, oh, he's not dead, but he's doomed, you know? Okay, so let's use disengage. Can I get around this guy if I dash? Yeah, if you talk to her further, he's like, no, she's good. Oh shit, what's this? This is the Fiend? Mizora? Oh, she's gonna kill him? Oh shit, you might be right.
Who it is? I was hoping you'd bound along. A bargain's a bargain.
Oh, you twat.
Mia Furia. Kneel for me.
Things are getting crazy here. This C word.
If only Will were here to see this. This is what he wanted, after all.
I wish Will was never in my party.
Stand back and enjoy the show.
He's just gonna murder him? What just happened? What the fuck is happening? He's still in the map. He's still in the initiative list. This is crazy, man. I'm earning my duck fat fries and sausages today. Run, everybody, run! Get out of here while you still can. Go on, Flanzy. What did she do to him? What are those? What are those? What are these? Bubbling emergencies? I gotta save this guy. Jesus Christ, man. What are these? Fucking spiders? Combustion belly spiderland volatile blood. They take damage per turn and detonates upon death. Oh, they go first too. Oh my god. How much health they got? Oh my god. I'm terrified. Okay, what if I just kill them all? Okay, here's what I do. I run over here. Brave all these attacks. Wait, jump is a bonus action. Push is a bonus action. So, hold on. Disengage, action. So can I run here, push him away? Oh! That's so stupid, man. 75% chance. This game's been fucking me all day. What is the point? Just push him. He's kneeling. Alright, who's this guy? Help him out. Good luck, pal. Ooh, a chest. Ooh, money. Alright. Now dash. And run for your life. Dun, 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 dun. We got all the dudes here. They're free. Okay, get in these guys' face. Where's my stunning strike? Flurry of blows, topple. Alright, later, losers. That was so trash, man. Fuck dice rolls. Alright. They're all running. I'm gonna use hold person again on this guy. Please don't kill the hostages. And now I'm going to dash. And I'm gonna run for my life. See you guys later. Hope you make it. Damn, she's got some fucking movement speed. Wait, what happened here? Oops. I hope that's not a problem. He's so dead. All the spiders are coming now? I can't believe that push. Duke's dead, for sure. Yeah, hit me, hit me. I know in my heart I have to do this event again. Attack me! Alright. This one's down. Okay. Hold on. What's this? Create a barrier that makes creatures and objects inside it immune to all damage. Oh, I can do this. Wait, this is the one, right? Oh my god. I also have telekinesis. Oh. Oh my god. Is he dead? No? Alright, so, what I can do is use the mage hand here to close this door once we get out of here. Okay. This guy needs some help. And turn. Alright, this is, I'm going by the seat of my pants here. Don't shoot them, you asshole! Okay, I'm also very, very worried about the elixirs of speed, which I did too early. How's that mind flayer gonna get out of here? Okay, just run away. Okay. Blood frenzy? Oh god. Stay away from him. Fucking Murloc. Oh no, leave him alone. Alright, so it's his turn. So we're going to disengage. And we're going to run for our lives. That's it? Okay, drink another potion. Sir. Superior this time. God, what is this? Jesus, what is this movement? 9? It's fucking minor leagues. This is fucking grapefruit leagues. Leave the mind flayer alone. Do not attack the mind flayer. I repeat, do not attack the mind flayer. Who is attacking who and where is it happening? Okay, run away, Deedle. I've never been so tense in my life. He's talking about himself. Get to the ship! Run! You two, go! Come on, Zimbo. Do the Pumbos proud. Okay, they're going up the ladder. Things are looking great. I got some major concerns, though. These things, for one. Oh, get away. Oh, God. Don't attack them. Please don't do that. Oh, my God. Don't do that. Okay, I gotta close this fucking door. Whose turn is it? What's happening? Okay, breathe. Breathe. I will aid you as I can, but hurry. We have little time. Okay. Okay. So, I will aid you as I can, but come, hurry. A 64 health. Mind Blast. This is the first time we get to use one of these dudes. Damn. Frighten a creature, it will be easier to hit and cannot move. Blur. Mind Flayer Domination. Silence. Sleep. Sleep. Punch. Teleport to Submersible. It's a spell he's had for his entire life. It hasn't been very useful. Now, very useful. Okay, so Disengage. And then run. Oh, he's stubby, man. What the fuck? I think you should use the potion of speed too. Okay, keep going, pal. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's a rare spell, but a popular one. Bubbling Emergence, that's not good. Okay, so we have an action, so level 1 spell slot. He's got lots of those, so sleep this guy. Guy looks kind of strong. Oh shit. 24 hit points? That's what a trash spell. 24? What's this one? 48? Old person. This still works, right? Nice. Alright. Okay, got a little dude here. This shit is getting out of control. I'm really, really worried about her lethargy. Yeah, just keep missing. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so I am going to use Charge Shove.
Down the hatch.
It's fine. Okay. And then that's all my points. So here's fine. And then take his opportunity strike in case he only has one. I kind of still don't really know how that works. And keep going. Okay, and turn. She's still got the... She should be fine. Actually, maybe not. Okay. Potion of speed. Can't drink it. Forgot my turn. Okay, so I'm probably fucked. We'll find out. There's a lot of details here. Oh, I should have closed it before the... Oh, the mage hand's turn is so far away. Shit. Okay, that was a mistake. Okay. Alright, see you guys later. Okay, we got 2 turns. Who can I help out here? There's one more to open. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I think you guys are a little too late. Sorry. What else can I do here? Oh my god, my stomach. I should have just closed the door with Karlach. Alright. Alright. So I lost my fly because of telekinesis. What's this cost? Does it cost an action? Okay, so Misty Step, as far as you can. And then telekinesis. Okay, he's good. That prone part's not so good. And then we have no other spells. Knight to King 5. What that ladder, bud? Get out of the way. Oh my god, I don't know how this is working. Leave Zumbo Pumbo alone. Oh, rip Zumbo. Okay, so this is now useless, but we can still do this. There you go. I'm gonna shove one of these things. That's kind of fun. Give me a little mage hand shove, shall we? Oh, yeah. Alright, that's fun. Good for you, pal. You did your best. So Duke Grimgar gets a turn soon, but he's prone, so that will affect his movement speed. I've never been so uncomfortable in my life. 5 turns felt like impossible, but they've been pretty productive turns. Oh, Karlach. Oh, she's fine. Actually, Karlach's kind of getting owned. Alright, so dash. And the submersible. feel like I'm playing XCOM. You know when you have to you know in XCOM when you have to like what's the word? Like deploy or get out of there at the end of a get the end of a mission. Okay, this guy's all fucked. Okay. Where are you going? Where are you guys going? Hold on, is this because someone's blocking the door or something? Where are they going? What the fuck? What? She can do it, why can't you? Okay, what's going on here? This is our last turn. So. She's elixir of speed. I think I'm gonna fuck this up. We'll find out. Okay, get out of here. Okay, that was a little excessive. I could have just dashed. So she's lethargic, meaning what? She has 9. I think I can still dash. Where are these idiots going? You're not gonna make it! Don't you understand? Should have like saved people or healed people or something. Oh, how's it feel, bud? Oh, did somebody block the doors on you? Oh, that is a shame. Okay, am I gonna do this again? RP Mage Hand, you did your best. Alright. Okay. So most of the important people are now in here, right? Wait. Where is he? Did he not have his turn yet? Is this because of the... Did he lose his turn because of lethargy? Oh my god. I think I have to use the Omulium. I have to use the Mind Flayer thing on my own guy. Who lost his turn due to lethargy. So does Shadowheart lose turn 4? I don't know how this is going to work. You have to be able to see him? There's no way I get this done properly. If I do... Alright. Duke, you're fine. Okay, what are these guys gonna do? Just absolute slaughter. So where? I don't his turn because I use the potion, right? Oh, I want to puke. Okay, get up the stairs, you idiots. Oh my gosh, she made it up. Hey, get up there, you fucking crazy people. Get up there, you wacky little shrimps. Okay, so does this guy give me my bailout? So how does this work? Target is too far. Okay. Where is he? So is this an action? Dash is also an action. So I think this guy's fucked. I think. So I have to use Potion of Speed. Hold on. I do have currently a Potion of Speed. There's nothing I can do. Just run the gauntlet and see what happens. Alright. We get it. We all get it. Maybe there's some sort of bonus action thing I can do that I haven't thought of yet. Okay. It's a melee action. You have to get to him, and then it'll teleport both of you to submersible. It's not gonna work. There's no thing I can do. There's no... Okay, so he... Okay, so this isn't going to work. There's nothing I can do. Drink this potion to give him the ability to fly. It's a bonus action, but the flight itself is not. I can just save myself. Okay. That's it. And I lose my hero, so I have to start it over. I can do way better than I did this time. So what happens to what happens to the protagonist? You can't lose the protagonist. Is that us looking at him when there's no guy there? Oh, if I only use the potion at the right time. Mizora's attempt to assassinate the Duke was a pretty fucking flimsy attempt. Okay, so can I use like a potion or something? Can I use a scroll to revivify my hero? What's gonna happen here? That was fun. That was really stressful. But like, it's one of those things where I'm sure there's different things you can do in different runs. Like, I'm sure there's even ways you can do it so it doesn't actually happen, and you can like sneak onto this surreptitiously. But that was a cool little wrinkle. Okay, what happens? Does it say game over because my hero's dead? Does he lose all his stuff? What do I do here? I have no idea what to expect.
Calmness greets you as the submersible slows to a halt. Unlike the Eye.
Is she my new hero?
Remain intact. It seems most of the hostages from the throne share your fate. Duke Ravengard approaches you, looking confused.
Cut to the chase. Where's my fucking monk?
But under my protection now, just like you. His mind is his own again.
I'm free. In my own mind again, wholly. I will not take it for granted. You acted quickly, decisively, and compassionately. Nay, all.
Game just moves on. 3.
You no less than our undying gratitude.
I gotta go level up Asterion or something. Lae'zel. The absolute voice has gone silent. It must be a relief.
Absolute. Its voice was clear as crystal. Beautiful as a nymph's smile. It showed me the darkest lies and convinced me of their truth.
Jake, I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's like knowing the sun's warmth on my face for the first time.
I'm just quivering in suspense. I'm on fucking tenterhooks.
My purpose certain. I will wait at your camp. We can speak more there.
Where's my hero? Oh god. What's happening? Wait. Okay, so he's here. He's just dead. So he lost 1. Tumbo Pumbo. Okay. Okay. So this is really funny. Okay, that's not the worst thing that could have ever happened. Okay, everybody. Good job. Shadowheart's the new leader.
Can't afford to stay idle. Better start a conversation.
I'll save you.
Your world's heir.
That's really funny.
I never imagined
And we lost, you know,
its feeling.
what was that 3 out of 12? Not bad.
Curious.
Who is this guy? I'm supposed to know who this is?
I owe you a great debt, Sunchild. One I shall repay. When I return to the surface, I will
Oh, this
urge
guy.
my colleagues of
Right.
the society. Find me there, and I will offer you what aid I can against this.
Him and the half-orc were the two buddies at the Myconid place. Someone wanted to talk. Is that you?
I can't thank you enough.
Okay, now we go back in, and hopefully the guy will tell us how to do the thing.
My cold, wet tomb.
I've already done the boss fight.
So many of us scattered through that place. To save so many was brilliant.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I did. I used half my potions of speed, but it was brilliant. I know. They tell me so much stuff I already know. Oh.
Please. They need to know what happened here.
I mean, I have sympathy.
There's no reason to obey Gortash anymore. If they rebel, it'll put a dent in Gortash's steel might.
How do you think I found you to begin with, idiot? Your father sent me.
He did? Of course he did. I knew it. I knew he would do something.
Well, I mean, he did something. Okay. Can I talk? Should I talk to this whole group of people? Deedle Ofran?
That was amazing. Like one of them old
This is the one that was on the Scryer's screen before.
Thank you.
Featherweight Falson will be back in the ring in no time.
This guy's a boxer? Alright, I feel pretty good. I wasted a little bit. I wasted some resources there, but not too many. I think I could probably make more potions of speed. I had like a dozen. Now I'm down to what, 8 or 9?
So heroic. My word. I can't wait to tell Squav what happened. God, I hope he's alright.
Oh, I get it. So, if I had just... Instead of just wasting the hero running all the way back and then losing a turn to lethargy after the potion of speed, him and Omelium could have just warped immediately. I just didn't know. He already, by the time I got to Omelium's turn, the guy was already like fucking 60 meters away. This person looks like Shocks. Never mind. Doesn't that look like Shocks? From distance? Exact same size. Exact same look.
I'm glad you showed up. Hopefully Frel's not too worried about me. Bloody hells! I was a goner for sure. Thank you.
Is that your name? Is your name Phoenix Lubbins? IRL?
Your act of valor will go down in Gondian history.
That halfling? This guy? This is like the guy at the comic book store. Well, actually, this guy smells.
Still hurts. But thank you.
The craziest thing, one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life, I'm being hyperbolic, was I was at a comic book store called The Comic Hunter in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. And there was a dude there who was like, he kind of struck me as one of those guys who walks in there to like talk to the owners about stuff to show that he knows a lot about stuff. It's kind of like a, the generous view of that is that you want to share your enthusiasm for your hobby. The other more cynical view is like you're just going there to seem smart. So this guy was like the full fedora, the full thing. And he was like, hey, do you guys know if you have any of this particular author? She's like, oh yeah, if you just check there along the bottom shelf, you might see it. He's like, oh, that's why I'm asking. I can't squat down to look that way because when I do, I'll black out. I was like over on the other side of the room, just like looking through like Alan Moore graphic novels and heard that. It's the craziest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. If you going into a full squat causes you to black out, you have bigger problems than being in a comic book store. I just couldn't believe it. We talked to the Duke. We got everything else. All right, we're getting out of here. Whew. Whew, that was stressful. All right, you guys good? Karlak, go talk this guy down a little bit.
Woo! What a ride!
You weren't there.
Anytime soon. And Cap neither.
Is Cap the ship?
I might have underestimated you before.
There's no indication he was there with us, but he must have been, because he said he went down to prepare. Where was he? Anyway, everyone's coming up. We're good. Me too. I can't do the if I can't do a squat on my flat feet like the Slav/Asian squat. If I squat, I'll be like half on my toe. I'll be on the balls of my feet in a little bit. And honestly, myself too. If I do a full squat like down where I have to hold myself up and like do the flat-footed squat, I'll have a little head rush when I get up. I mean, I'm not gonna black out, but I will have a little head rush when I get up. Okay, so time to go find. Let's go play Rez the Hero. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have the flexibility. I think I understand it's mostly calf, lower back, like the hip socket, the leg socket, whatever. Those are the parts that seem too inflexible. I still do that squat a lot. Stretch your hammies. Your hammies are like fully constricted. Okay. Journal updated. Gather your allies. Okay, we got the Duke. So where did my boy wash up? Where is this? Oh my god, that's so far. Okay, first priority. Fetch the hero. And then it's dinner time. Okay, we'll save. That went well. That went good enough that I could save.
I'll take this way.
I don't like Shadowheart's comments. Her offhand comments. Okay, so we gotta go this way. Due east. Should I go that way? I'll find out. Well, maybe we should go cut down the steel watch first. We'll find out. I don't mind fighting a couple more. That was fun. That was fun. That was really different than normal. I was like, no, this isn't fair. I don't want to do it. Oh, God. Who are these people? Cash Guard Artillerist? Pompton Norvath? Is that your name? Is your name Pompton Norvath? There he is. Okay. Is your real name Pompton Norvath? Okay, I gotta get inside your house. Why is it locked?
Warning. The property of the individual known as Old Garlow has been deemed unsafe for habitation under City Bylaw 42A.
It's a condemned house?
Do not enter.
Fuck, how do I get in here? Kled? Is this the Hag's Coop area?
No. My honor won't allow it.
Okay, let me in the house. Can you reach? Any chance? What's the range on this bad boy? Okay. Is that like your wrestler name or something? Okay. Karlak, move the bookshelf. Sorry, don't mind us. Our buddy just washed up on shore, yeah. Yeah, I know, sorry. Yeah. Okay, she's my most She's my most, you know. Hello. Don't mind us. Look at this guy.
These people are under my protection and I can harm them. Hearken to my words, wicked creature.
Oh no, 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 no. That's not a face. You look like a snake. I'm Karlak. Nice to meet you.
Who knows what
Look at this guy.
weaves around us? Quickly, cleric.
Helm, protector of all.
No, oh, stop it.
Power to ignite this creature's flesh.
You people are out of your mind. This is a sick outfit. They're scared of me because I'm a tiefling? Is that what's going on here? Is this racism?
Your hag mother holds no power here.
Okay, simmer down. We don't have to get into all this. Okay, here's my better move. Just brute force. Give me a thaumaturgy buff. Give me the guidance buff. I can't lose. I can't lose. Please don't lose. Okay, this is good. 11, 15. Man, having advantage feels great.
Wait. No hags.
Too little, too late. Pumped in.
Forgive the paranoia. We're being hunted by a vile and
She's a great outfit. This is like classic King Arthur, the Crusades look.
She's already hexed one of us, and any of us could be next.
Is he hexed? The funny looking Dragonborn with no ears? He looks like a viper. I fought a hag before, no easy task.
Really? You should join
You
us.
wish.
You see, all of us here have fallen victim to a hag's vicious ways. But instead of succumbing to despair, we rose above it. Thanks to Mayrina, our leader. Together, we've
Sounds
been
familiar.
helping
I remember that
others
name.
who've suffered at the claws of a hag. Only Mayrina's been hexed by the very hag.
Who's Mayrina? Is that the person I saved? I know her. She was captured by Auntie Ethel.
You're the one that saved her. The one
Oh, stop it. That was Act 1 shit.
depths of Ethel's lair. I can hardly believe it. You look so normal. By Helm, perhaps there is hope.
Just because you look like your name is
If
like
anyone can help Mayrina,
Ellie
it's you.
May doesn't mean that I'm normal. I'm Karlak.
But be warned. She's not as you remember her.
Okay, yeah, I'll get right on that. Just I gotta do some stuff first. Okay, so if I go here. What's that? Is she a pig? Is she the sheep? Oh, hold on. Everyone just chill out for a second. I need to get downstairs.
While I'm at it.
I guess I have to jump here, right? There's no like hatch down? Door's still locked? But I'm on the inside. Wooden hatch. There we go. There we go. Okay, who's got my best dexterity? Actually, everyone has very good dexterity. Interesting. What do I? Alright, Gale. You're the clever one.
Your taste.
I did something recently with him where I got an advantage. Because it was oh, yeah, it was right. The central neurositor in the foundry was Jesus. I'm gonna get out of here. I got an advantage roll on a check. That's always nice. Okay. It's all coming together. So is your computer doing better? How are things going over there? A marble plate. What's going on here? What did that do?
Attention.
He got washed up ashore after the Iron Throne. I was just thinking about you like 20 seconds ago, thinking that hope she's okay. How you doing? He washed up ashore after he's the only person who didn't make it in a heroic rescue of all the hostages and the Duke Ravengard from the Iron Throne after Enver Gortash, who is now the Archduke of Baldur's Gate, proceeded to destroy it, and Mizora, because of the pact with Will, decided to also make these little bloody little exploding self-destructive spider skittlings, which didn't do anything, and everyone made it except for him because I used a potion of speed one turn too early. So he spent the last turn where you're supposed to be able to make it back to the submarine. He is just standing there because he had lethargy after 3 turns of a potion of speed. Oh, you're lacerated? Well, healing potions cure burning. Is that something you need? Is that helpful? Alright, you know what? I'm sick of this. Where's my knock spell? We're knockers from now on. Oh no. The roastings are back. Alright, this place is sweet. As soon as I get my guy back, we did. So that was pretty fun. I guess I'll do the other part after dinner. I was gonna stream last night, but I keep uploading too many episodes of this. I keep uploading too many VODs, and it takes like 2 hours to clear. I really only get about 15 download speed. So that's what happened last night.
Yes.
But I only have this one VOD. What are you gonna roast me for? What can you possibly roast me for? My behavior is above reproach. My skills exemplary, quick-witted, sharp thinking. I can't be stopped. This is a blood pit? The fuck? Oh, it's a wine pit. Okay, so how do I get down there? Okay, so this basement does not seem to be related to... What are these lines? Something above me? Okay, so there's no... What's the marble plate for? It's not my fault that Enver Gortash, who's the, by the way, as I said before, the Archduke of Baldur's Gate, is coming for me. Okay. It's not my fault. I'm about to take out the entire steel watch by myself. Alright, so I don't know what the marble plate was for. I step on it, what happens?
I'd love to, thanks.
Karlak, stand on the marble plate. Okay, never mind. Teal slim foot outfit. Oh, there we go. Comfortable ash meadow outfit. I think I already have that, but whatever. Okay, so that was not what we were hoping for. Trap disarm toolkit. Yeah, you're a bit late, pal. So, there's nothing in here to go let us get it back. There's no hatch down here, right? You guys see a hatch? I disarmed the plate. What more would you have me do? Okay, so we gotta go the old-fashioned way.
Better take a look.
Right? There's no other secrets? What was that? Nothing over here? No? There's nothing? Alright. I mean, in my defense, I killed a random citizen at the wine festival because my key resonating strike. Okay. Gale? Where's Featherfall? You. Conjure Feast? We're not doing this. This is actually pretty sweet. It's just not really my thing. So they didn't tell you that you get new... They didn't tell me that you get new spell slots for her. I'm not sure which of these I do. This is kind of cool, I guess. Your HP increases, you make wisdom saves with advantage. You just have this constantly going to a long rest. Could be worse. And then I guess planar ally or something. Anyway, we're off track here. We need to get Featherfall. So drop a fucking 4 level 6 spells here with 1 slot. God, Chain Lightning was insane. And that boss fight against the Giga Hellwatcher in the bottom of the Foundry, this did like the most damage I've seen by far yet, because it does double against Lightning Bolt. I think it did like 118 or something. Unbelievable. Okay, we got 6. All these are a bit too crazy. So for now, we're gonna take out Knock and put in Featherfall. This is our utility slot. Featherfall for the boys. How am I gonna get out of here? Alright, everybody. Leap of faith. Whee! Karlach. There you go. Alright, everything's fine. It was crazy. Yeah, I got hit 3 people in a row. Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolts. It was yet another one of those fights. The very, very last part of the Steelwatch Foundry. I still have to go back there because they didn't let me do what I wanted to. It was one of those fights where Gale carried the whole team. The boss is a defensive mechanism where when he's like charging up his attack and he's about to heal, no damage under 20 or 22 does anything to him, but if you can break through the barrier, he doesn't do his ability. And because of the way the monk works, where it's a bunch of rapid little fire hits of damage, I would do literally 0 damage to him with the monk, would do some damage to him with Karlach, but you have to do like 80 to break through the shield. So it and Gale's fat damage like completely carried the affair. Okay, where's Revivify? Are you okay? All right, well, I thought we'd lose him forever. Okay, can we res these guys? No. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, Zumbo. I was rooting for Zumbo Pumbo. And here. All right, we all here? I don't know why everything's so dark all of a sudden. Okay, we got our hero back. Everyone rejoice. Alright, everything's fine. So, okay, at least they're still in the lower city. It could have been a lot worse. So can we get back up? Can we get back up here? I think considering the darkness in here, I should do these things. I should go finish the Foundry after dinner. Time to embarrass Gale. Alright, folks, come on. Be serious now. Quit kidding around. I have duck, truffle, and foie gras sausages. And then I'm going to make duck fat fries with them. Well, they're little new potatoes. So kind of like duck fat wedges. And then I guess a little sauerkraut with it. Need to keep the roughage up. So, what's the deal here? Why is this the only way up? You can't get into this little crevice. What's the deal with this crevice? You two go check out the crevice. You can't even get down? Jesus. Alright, so... Misty Step. Split everyone up.
What's next?
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, like, they're not, like, expensive, but, like, they seem pretty good. I have to use an elixir of vaulting. I guess I could use telekinesis.
Way to the nearest library.
Should use fly on her first. I can use a short rest. Alright. Where's my elixirs of vaulting? You have it, right? You get the stubbiest legs. Elixir of glorious vaulting. Okay, Karlach. No, Shadowheart. Drink the potion. Boing. Alright, everyone's fine. Everything's good. And then, I mean, I'm getting kind of low on potatoes. I really like getting bigger ones, and usually reddish ones. But right now I just have little stubbos. Fingerlings. I like russet fingerlings. New potatoes are also good. But like, having a couple of charcoal grilled sausages. Anyway, how you feeling over there? You doing okay? Did you like, were you out of bed more today? I spent the first hour of the stream pretty tilted, trying to figure out how to get into this building. Running out of thieves' tools. Not being able to find the way back to the foundry. Things are getting crazy. But it's all good. It's all good now. Just a couple Steel Watch had to die. A couple more Fists had to die. It's all coming together. Had the plumber here all morning and all afternoon, basically. But yeah, how you feeling? Nice. Breakfast in bed is nice. Or even getting breakfast made for you. How do you guys split up the cooking? Do you like both like doing it? Do only one of you like doing it? My relationship is more of like a one cooks, one cleans afterwards. I'm like pretty specific on what things I like and don't like. So I'd just rather do something myself rather than feel pampered by being cooked for. Okay, there's one more group of guys in here. I wonder if this foundry is going to break my computer again. I guess that was only when the settings were accidentally on ultra. So, do you guys have like a theme or like characters figured out for your duo run? You have like an idea how that's going to go? And does this count as one of your 8? And does this count as part of your Octopath travel you're doing? It'll take you like 3 years to play this game this many times. I guess you can rush through it more later. Okay. Hold on. Everyone hide. Okay, I think being seen, that's why. Right. What's happening here?
On my way.
Alright, you know what? There's 2 black gauntlets here. Is anything gonna happen if I let these guys live? It kind of does feel like happening here. Okay, what's going on? Why do these people not see me? That person's looking right at me. Chad is not observant. What is happening here? That is the most confusing thing ever. I feel like they say that you should do origin characters on subsequent playthroughs such that you get a sense of what they were going through and thinking when other people are doing it. But it does kind of seem like, do origin characters have like specific dialogue options the same way they did in DOS 2, where instead of being like monk or like persuasion or deception, it'll be like Asterion or Shadowheart? Is it going to work that way? Okay, I gotta get my candles. Hold on. Yeah, they like kind of, in interviews with the head of the studio, he was like suggesting you use a custom character with Origins and then do Origins for later playthroughs. You're going to see what they're going through with them. But I don't know. The Origins just give so much robust dialogue and conversation options when you have them in your party. It's so good. It's too hard not to. Steady. Steady. Alright. Here we are. Where's this guy? Yeah. They don't have unique tags like DOS 2. Like Gale's background is a sage, not Gale. Where in DOS 2 they always had their own sub tags, right? Yeah, there's a lot of like Sibyl options you would get. Sibyl was my favorite. I played 2.5 or one. I think I played 1.5 full runs of DOS 2. I played one run that's fizzled in the final act. I just ran out of interest for it. Things weren't going well. I think I had like I took some like side entry to the final temple, and like I got into a conversation often where like Fane left the party or something. So I was like, fuck that. And so Sibyl is Sibyl is very similar to Asterion. Formerly captured elf rogue with a vengeance. I don't know much about Asterion because I haven't barely talked to him, but it seems like there's a lot of overlap. Fane is the best. And so my first run kind of fizzled. So then I did like a second super giga full run, probably 2 years later, where I used Red Prince, Sibyl, Lois, and Fane, and I split all the elements equally between Fane and Lois. Red Prince is sort of like a geomancer physical tank, and Sibyl kind of did her own like assassin-y dagger stuff. I had a lot of fun doing that. My one criticism though is that like there are so many source point spells and so many higher level source point things that you spend this whole game building up your entire inventory of all these elemental spells and splitting geomancy and pyromancy, blah, blah, whatever they are. And then like by the end you're like, well, I'm not sure I want to use all this stuff that I'm building my whole game doing. That felt a little weird. Anyway, where's this Tubin guy? He's not here. Save the Gondians? Hold on. Why is there a thing above that says save the Gondians? And what is happening here? There's another neural switchboard here. I never did Lone Wolf. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, here we go. Now we have the rebellion.
You cut out my eyes.
Oh, I see.
Gondians! Rip the motivator from this bastard's hands. For Gond!
We'll help you. We'll definitely help you. Alright. So these guys are not too tough. Which is the black gauntlet? Here and here. Okay, so you first, because you're in the front.
Let's go.
So let's get a stunning strike on arm. I was thinking about this a little bit. I know some people, there's a streamer called SFan, a WoW streamer. I know he did like a Paladin Lone Wolf run in this game, or like a solo run. I also think the Shadow Monk, the way I was playing it before, is sort of uniquely suited to being a solo character, like pretty well. I think that, I'm sure there's other ones that could work. I'm not sure I'll realistically ever go back to DOS 2. It's one of those games kind of like this one, where like a full read everything run is like a little bit exhausting. Like, I'm gonna play this game again, but the second time I play it, I'm gonna be vastly different. Much less looting. Very different dialogue options. Yeah, it makes you wonder what they'll do for our next game. And like, kind of feels, I was thinking about it a little bit, it kind of feels hard for them to maybe go back to the Divinity universe. I'm sure they will, but compared to this is such a robust universe with so much history, whereas Divinity was the one they kind of made up. But I didn't play enough of the Divinity games to know how much the universe is like cohesive. But you have to wonder. And this is the main reason they got this game is because it's all the same engine. So here's the thing. There's no way of knowing this, but if you do all the stuff I just did, so if you, it seems like the best way to do this foundry is you sneak to the office, you talk to Tubin, you go downstairs, I think. You have to do a little more research to find out where the submersible is, but you want to avoid all these fights so you can get the Gondians on your side. Because they're not even trying to attack me now. So you have to basically get that other stuff done, but how are you supposed to know that? That's what I'm wondering. Don't die, Tubin. Nice. Good move, good move. Oops, I don't have all my battle spells. Ray of Frost, I feel like, is doing so much damage now that I have the Elemental Adept. Oh, and by the way, I was doing my feats again. Yeah, I know what you mean, generally speaking. There's a lot of, it's not always easy to do with a party of 4 running around. But a lot more things do sort themselves out. They give you the options for sure. What was I going to say? So when you're doing the feats, you can for sure do ability improvement multiple times. Because I basically did it twice on the monk. So ability improvement you can basically do all 3 times if you want. Just pump up +6 to one of your stats. And you can also do Elemental Adept, the caster one, and just choose a different element. So I think you could specialize in 2 different, or even 3 different elemental, and strip all of your enemies' resistances to them. So it's kind of interesting to go to level 12 and look at the feats a 3rd time. Funny that I can't even quite get enough movement speed here. I feel like I'm so close to this guy. Yeah, see, I can actually hit him. So yeah, I have 20 dexterity and 18 strength now. And then I put Gale's intelligence up to 18 as well. It's hard not to. 16 feels pathetic for your like main mage. So I might do a redo at some point. But Warcaster. Oh my god, leave this guy alone. I gotta heal him. I'll look at it again once I like, recontrol my characters here. This is just chaos. As long as Tubin lives... This guy's getting owned. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. Jesus. Triple attack. Okay, if this guy dies, I'm gonna be very upset. Okay. Okay, do I get a turn? Don't attack him. Planar ally diva. Conjure a celestial diva to fight alongside you. No. Let's go with that. Let's do without that. Yeah, I disagree. I feel like Elemental Adept is good as one of though. Pick the element you want to lean into and get an ability score improvement, and then maybe Spell Sniper. That's the thing. Currently I have... I wonder if... Is this guy dead yet? Can I get a fucking turn? Okay, yeah, so I agree. I actually really agree with that, because currently he has... I took Warcaster. You have an advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration. And Warcaster was pretty good over the course of the game to have Shocking Grasp as a reaction. And he does have some concentrations, but generally speaking, he's either in it or out of it. And it kind of feels like having this is not quite as necessary. So I actually agree with you that Ability Score, Elemental Adept, and Spell Sniper is probably the best one, but I don't understand Spell Sniper well enough to really know. I understand what it means, but like, it says basically like your ability to get a crit is slightly more, you have one less number you need to roll a crit, right? And so does a crit mean that like a double damage thing, or is it more of like you have a better chance to hit if you crit with a spell? It does seem to be better in an endgame scenario, so I probably will redo them one more time. One, because there's like 1 or 2 cantrips I'm not that crazy about, and I do think that getting rid of Warcaster, especially as an evocation mage, is worth it ultimately. So I agree with that. Well, the Spell Sniper feat is it makes you need 1 less number to get a spell crit. So whatever that range is that you need, like say 18 to 20 or something like that, it'll make a 17 to 20. That's the understanding I get. 19 or 20 is crit, which means you roll an extra damage die. Yeah, it's crazy. I just didn't know if it was the exact same for spells. Okay, so whose turn is it? Yours? Where are you? So Iron Console is on me. We got to kill the Black Gauntlet. So the thing is levitating. Can I click it? Not of resources action. That's fine. So hit him again. And then end turn. So click. We got a while to click this. I want to take out the second guy as well. Wait, where are my actions? Oh, I got terrored, right. Flurry of Blows, topple. 36%. Jesus. Being owned here. Well, that's it for me. I'm really worried about this guy. Okay, that helps. So Gale. A lot of these spells are going to hit. It looks like this is not going to hit everybody. So I think I might just be able to do... I'm going to find out and regret this, obviously. But I might be able to do a fatty Cone of Cold here. I have Chain Lightning? No. I can only do a level 5 spell. So get a little closer. Okay, good. Oh. Okay, that's one down.
No! The motivator! Deactivate it! Hurry!
Yeah. I mean, that's very practical. Atta boy. What'd you do for a workout? Did you go jogging? I'd love to hear it. Okay, we just need this guy to survive. So I need Shadowheart's turn. And then we use Mass Cure Wounds. We click this guy. We click this guy. We click this guy. We don't click that guy. We click... I want to check something. Will Preserve Life work? Preserve Life will work. Okay. Okay, the problem is... So he's still... I'm still a little worried about that guy. Actually, that was actually a ton of health. Nice. Let a Bone Chilling Howl that numbs all nearby creatures. Very low range. So I move a little over. I haven't used this before. Sick. What does numb do? Movement speed half. The spellcaster has advantage on attack rolls against the affected entity. Wow, that's so cool. Alright, pal. Good to talk to you. I hope you guys enjoy the duo run if you're going to do it. Let me know what original characters you guys are going to do. I'm very interested. I kind of, to some degree, really want to play this game immediately again after, but I know I won't. But I think I'll probably wait till November or December. Yeah. What a boy. He's doing it. Okay, stop attacking this guy. This is the guy who triple attacks the Gondians. Sprints are highly underrated. Okay, do not hit that guy. He's gonna kill this guy. Drew Falbo, are you dead? Gondi Tubin? No, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, just attack me, please. Okay, we gotta deal with some of these levitators. One is there, one is there. Okay, there's one. Also, MOBA. I want to try and work out more, but a lot of the time I feel like I don't need to. A lot of the time I feel I don't need to? What do you mean? What are you saying? Everyone needs to. Alright, we're in the mix. Okay, we're aiding again. Okay. So, I can do another fatty spell. We seem to be able to just do spells here without harming my teammates. Without harming the Guardians. Which is nice. Are you sure you want to get in this guy's face here? Okay, nice zap. So, who is left? Just the one dude, right? Oh man, this guy is getting everybody. Am I gonna fall in the ice? Come on, fall in the ice! Fall in the ice! No? Alright. Okay, I'm kinda worried about this. Should have healed there. This guy's really strong. He's gonna triple attack someone and kill them. Just fall in the ice. Please fall in the ice. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I will say there's a bunch of other there's a lot of different ways I could attack that statement, because I think if you're happy, that's great. But I do think that the more time you spend, I also spend a lot of time being like, yeah, I look pretty good, it's fine. Let me just I'll just chill and not work out. That is so much time where you could actually have closer to a really good physique, and then just that's so much easier to maintain than it is to somehow later try to get fit when you're not fit. Because the older you get, the harder it is to maintain muscle mass and to not get fat. So the more jacked you are, the younger you are, the easier your whole life gets in so many different ways. And with your general health concerns, those have to be factors where you'll be more resilient to the effects of the illness by having more muscle mass and being stronger. So, yeah, consider that. Charger weapon attack.
Poor fucker.
Don't fall. That was it?
Another day, another fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I regret not working out once I graduated high school that often. I would do, all through college, I'd become, a 3 to 4 month a year Andy, and, the rest of the time I just wouldn't do anything. But, I graduated high school, and I was, in very, very, very good shape. like super in super good shape, and I kind of like coasted on that. But that's a shame because you are more attractive, you feel better, and every other part of your life involving eating and sleeping, etc., improves by being in better shape. So the more you do front load your life's journey, the better the back end will be. If you're someone who's super obese as a teenager because you have bad parents, that's the only way you get obese as a teenager is if you have bad parents. Or you suddenly like have some sort of like midlife crisis at like 35 or something, you're never going to be in that good shape. You just miss the window to have like muscle memory to help you get back into shape. But my friends who were in really good shape in their teen years, how quickly they get it back and how quickly they maintain is like a lifelong fucking achievement. Yeah. But no matter what way you got it, you will still be more resilient to its effects by having more muscle mass and being stronger. Here we go. Oh, he threads the needle through that beam. Gale with the big brain move. Nice. All right. Okay, we good? Where's Tobin? Sander Tubin, this is the one.
What happened to Obelia? Is she safe?
She is, don't worry. I'm not safe, I died, but most of the rest of them are saved. Anyway, man, I think it's great that you're doing that.
I would give more than just my sight to keep her safe. Our destination is the Neurositer, the nerve center of the Steel Watch.
Oh, you have to get this guy to do it. This was frustrating yesterday because I read enough stuff from his journal and other stuff in the lower levels of the base that I knew that I had to do it, but we just couldn't figure out the machine because we're too stupid to know how to use these computers. Even Gale couldn't do it. Okay.
My fellow Gondians.
All right, we're doing it. We're finally free of the fucking 5-0 soon. Congratulations, son. Gasper, just a quick note to tell you we are so proud of you for finally landing a job with the future. Lord Gortash will go far, and you are right to hit yourself to his star. This is the first place ever where the bad guys have notes on them to their family, like some extra sentiment. Unlike most things in life, there is no downside from being stronger in general. That's deep, man. That's deep. All I know is that like I've actually finally got on my parents now. I mean, I can't get my dad to do anything. He'll just all think it's like you get him supplements and he calls it snake oil. All these things. But I've got my mom to start doing like a weekly class, like just kind of saying like there's no better guard against aging than resistance training. There's no better buffer against aging and like the diseases that come with it than muscle mass and resistance training. Just bone density, all those things. So it's working. In fact, he's taking me up to the elf song right now to celebrate. Say hello to that sweet Tamia Hotes for me, mummy. Okay.
We need to move.
Yeah, we get you. This Infernal Mace is actually quite good. Fist of Bane Bagdog. Hey, Bagdog. Black Gauntlet to Mia Holtz. She's got the Infernal Mace. Security office key, doesn't matter. Read. Caution. Prinsky's motivation is the supreme bayonet means of ultimate coercion, but it is useful solely as a deterrent and not as a weapon. When triggered, the Uter has only moments to deactivate before the prison tank charges detonate and the hostages are killed, taking with it our leverage over the Gondian artificers. Threaten convincingly, but never go to full detonation unless the entire foundry falls to our enemies. Details. So as long as you hold the motivator, you are safe from the Gondians, for they know that if you are attacked, their loved ones will die. However, to prevent accidental massacre, the motivator can be deactivated easily with the correct input. Don't worry about the Gondians, they'll be too terrified to grab or drop motivator. They're weak and cowardly, the natural prey of the worshipper of Bane. What's really weird is that the first one I clicked on ever was an intelligence check, and then every single one afterwards has just been like a click. And I failed that original click and had to reload before. I was so mad. Alright. On to the next one. Gale, you coming? Karlak? Get in this goddamn elevator. Karlak, get in this lift right now. I swear to God. Okay, all these guys are unconscious, but they're alive. There's a lot of unconscious dudes here. This part looks so good, man. Have any of you ever seen the movie? Isn't it called Sunshine? The science fiction movie by Danny Boyle? I feel like that is like the most underrated science fiction movie like ever. I thought it was so good. And there's definitely scenes near the end in parts like this. Don't get a gym membership, they way too pricey. There's a lot of stuff at gyms which can help people get to the next level if they're already a couple levels up. And also the same way that some people can't work from home, some people can't really... Gale, are you okay? Gale? Gale, do you... I think Gale took too much Adderall. For the first like couple of years you go to the gym, you can do most of the things you want, or you can just do forever, just do dips and push-ups and all those things for life, for sure. Just like working from home, some people find going to the gym helps them like get out of it and like focus. I'm one of those people where I would never really do like the amount of time working out at home that I do at the gym. Like I have a yoga mat, I have all this shit, I have a foam roller. I don't do that shit ever, but I have plenty of time to do it if I get out of the space and go to the gym. So that helps for a lot of people. And like a lot of machines, a lot of heavyweights, not everyone can have a gym at home. And eventually you might get fit enough that like just having like some 15 and 20 and 25 pound dumbbells won't really still like get you past like a plateaued maintenance level. So like, I don't know, if people have the money, a gym membership can have benefits. But yeah, whatever works for any person doesn't really matter as long as you like do stuff. Okay, we're getting experience points again. So we already did all this. He's blind and in charge. Look at this guy go. Look at this walk. That's the walk of a determined man. Look at this guy. This guy is in charge. You good? You want to do it or not?
I can hear its hum. Familiar.
This guy's cool.
Yet painful. I helped design the
Yeah.
watches, toiled night and day on the first bipedal prototype.
Yeah, I mean they're good for some people, but they don't have to work for everybody. Not everyone has to do the same thing. Some people love running, some people love gym time, some people like biking around.
Smoke and rubble when I am finished. Are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, we've been ready, dude. I've been ready for like 3 hours now. Do it.
Gond, let your hammer be my courage, your furnace, my heart.
We're getting some cinematics. We got some cinematics going down to the Iron Throne. That was a bit janky. Where did he? Is he with us? Or do we let him go in there?
We're alive. Blessed Gond.
Hey, this is a little rushed or something. This could be a little smoother.
Crumbles behind us. The sound is as sweet as a well-oiled cog. Yet we paid the price in blood. So few of us remain. Gond's name will soon fade into the annals of history. I must leave now and gather those of us still standing. Look after this city, my friend. I pray it treats you better than it.
Alright, that was a pretty sweet whole thing. We didn't get much from it. We got a legendary longbow, 1 inspiration point and seemingly little else. What's next? That's it? Okay. So, excellent point to stop. Popo can't find me. Can't. They're not gonna let me do that apostrophe, are they? And they will. No, there's no more Popo. They're gone. There's an absence of the 5-0. All Steelwatch are bastards. A-swab. Alright, we're free. It's time to bust up the charcoal and cut up some potatoes and enjoy my evening. And then, I don't know, I won't be done till like 9:15, so it's another one of those fucking days. But everything's looking up. Everything's going good over here. I gotta finish this game by September 6th. Anyway, so I might come back later, but for now it's time to go eat.